Everything Everywhere All at Once blew my fucking mind. So, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a movie about trying to pay your taxes. No, this movie is the multiverse movie that will be talked about for many, many years to come. Because, I don't know how else, I don't know what other movie could have perfectly summed up the idea of the multiverse in such a heartwarming, heartfelt, wholesome, funny, action packed, cinematically, visually appealing way. When I'm telling you guys that this movie is the best movie that I've seen in a long, long time in cinemas, I really, really, really mean it. To give a plot synopsis of this movie without spoiling it is very hard, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to try and do that for you guys because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen this movie. But you should definitely see this movie if you haven't seen this movie. The movie stars Michelle Yeoh as Evelyn, an owner of a laundromat. She also has a daughter, Joy, and a husband, Waymond. She also has a father who's named Gong Gong, and all of them serve their own role in this movie, but basic premise is that Evelyn is getting audited by the IRS, so her, Waymond, and Gong Gong all go to the IRS together and see what's the deal. They're getting audited, they gotta make sure everything's in order, so they all go together. Meanwhile, in the background, but also serves a pivotal role in the movie, Evelyn's daughter, Joy, is having a hard time feeling accepted within the family, and she's trying to find some acceptance within this family that has very traditional ways of thinking, and they don't really leave much room for these new Western ideas. So, while Evelyn is getting audited by the IRS and she's in this meeting with the IRS agent, all of a sudden, she finds out that the multiverse is in danger and that she plays a key role in this multiverse being in danger. She has to learn different skills from different lives of hers within the multiverse. In one multiverse, she's a kung fu action star, which is a little Easter egg in itself. But she has to basically tap into these multiverse selves of hers in order to save the multiverse, which is really interesting because basically the reason that this Evelyn, who is just a laundromat owner, gets chosen or gets put onto this task is because she has a lot of unfilled potential that's revealed within the current universe. Sorry if it gets confusing, but you guys just have to watch the movie to really, really understand. I'm sure I'm doing a poor job. But basically, Evelyn owns a laundromat. She has a daughter who does not feel very heard and accepted within the traditional ways of her family. Now, within this laundromat, she's currently getting audited by the IRS. They go to the IRS while she's there. She gets notified that the multiverse is in danger, and she is chosen to save the multiverse because she has very unfulfilled potential. So she has to tap into a lot of different versions of herself within the multiverse in order to save the entire multiverse. And they choose her because since she has so much untapped potential, she can then reach out into more areas and pull from it. That's the basic idea. That's why they choose. Just financially alone, I know it's kind of an interesting thing to bring up, but the studio A24 is known for kind of more grounded, in-depth films. Not really blockbusters, I guess, if you want to say. They're not putting out Transformers movies, but Everything Everywhere All at Once is pretty action-packed. It's a pretty in concept right now. Multiverse concept is pretty in. But their budget is only $25 million, right, for this movie. $25 million. They grossed around $100 million, so they almost doubled their budget. And the movie itself looks incredible. The special effects, the cinematography, the action, the set pieces that they pull off in this movie does not look like a $25 million budget. It looks like a Marvel movie budget, if I'm being honest with you guys. And I know Marvel now is just sort of cranking out movies on movies on movies, and they have a formula for TV shows, and they're just cranking out movies and movies and TV shows. But this movie looks incredibly well made and polished on a $25 million budget whereas movies nowadays are getting $100 million budgets left and right and center. The fact that they doubled their budget, a $25 million budget that looks like a $100 million movie, is crazy to me. I would be very interested to see what this movie would have looked like if it was given a $100 million budget and it would have grossed double. I mean, they proved that they grossed double. But I mean, it's just major hats off to them because $25 million budget movie, looking the way that it did in all aspects, action, cinematography, set pieces, it just is incredible to me that they pulled this off so well. If that doesn't make you want to watch the movie, then you're wrong. Go watch the movie. I promise you, if you watch, if my rambling and ranting has not convinced you yet to go watch the movie, then still go watch the movie because it's absolutely worth it. Let me go into some other details about the movie that I really appreciated and I want to highlight because aside from story, this film has a lot of other things going for it. As far as performances go, every single person involved in this movie crushed it out of the park. There should be some major props given to everybody in this movie because it's hard to see where there's a weak link here. I mean, realistically, everyone here in the movie pulled their weight. I think performances were extremely well done. Michelle Yeoh is a legendary actress. Major props to her for just continuously over the years giving incredible performances. And even Joy, her daughter in the movie, gave a really heartfelt performance with a lot of emotional depth that I was not expecting when I first sat down. Waymond, I thought I wasn't going to like when I started watching the movie. When I sat down, I thought I wasn't going to like Waymond. But by the end of it, I mean, he almost had me tearing up. So I'm just at a loss for words. I encourage you guys all to go watch this movie. Again, very small budget, but you have some of the highest quality action, cinematography, visuals, direction, performances, story. This is not a money grab movie whatsoever. This is a clear passion project. I mean, I think this movie's been in concept or development for a very long time. Like maybe I want to say 10 years. I'll fact check on it when this script was developed, but this is what you want to see in today's media. This movie epitomizes what I want to see in today's media is original ideas that are not cash grabs, they're not remakes. While remakes can be good, it shouldn't be the basis to making the movie. I don't know, I just stand this movie. So overall rating, I'm gonna have to give this movie a nothing lower than a 9. Let's see, I don't want to give out a 10 because then what can beat this movie? I would be setting myself up for failure in further reviews. I want to say a 9.7 to a 9.8. This movie is the standard as far as quality for me for a good while. I mean, especially regarding things I've seen in the past 3 to 5 years. This movie is the standard, gold standard. Yeah, I encourage you guys to watch this movie. This has been Goon Reviews. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.